What's up, guys? Jeff with Top Star Mobile Detailing, Las Vegas. Just got done with my details for the day and wanted to jump on here. Since it's the end of the quarter, I wanted to give you a little update on my Q1, where I'm at for the year in relation to my 2025 goal. If you've been subscribed to the channel for a bit now, you probably realized that we make different types of content on here. Everything from the kind of more entertaining style, day in the life type videos to the step-by-step how-to, more educational videos, as well as some business strategy style content. That being said, this is going to be more of like a business strategy style, kind of raw, unedited, just me talking to you guys and sharing some insights with you on my business and kind of what's brought me some success over the last couple of years. If you're not really into the business strategy content, this might not be a good fit for you. But if you're serious about your detailing business, then you're going to want to stick around because there's going to be a lot of great nuggets in here. I'm going to share some wisdom with you that could help you in your detailing business as well. So that being said, let's dive in. My goal for 2024 was 150K. I actually finished just over that at 160K. And the reason I'm telling you this, it's not to brag or to flex. It's not about how much money I made or anything like that. Again, it's really just more to give you some insight on what's worked for me and what's brought me success in my business. So the goal for 2025 actually jumped up from that 150K to 200K, right? And you might be asking, where did I come up with this number? Is it just some number that I pulled out of the air? Is it something I just thought would sound cool? I actually put a lot of thought into this number when I was coming up with my goal. And what I did was I took that 160 number that I hit last year. I did a price increase on January 1st of 2025 of 10%. So I added on another 10% to what I did last year, just assuming that if I were to continue to do the same amount of business that I did the previous year, add 10% onto that, that adds on another 16K, which gets us to 176. Now, aside from that, I factored in my projected growth rate, which on average over the last 18 months has been right around 10%, give or take. But I'd say probably pretty close to 10%. So that would be an additional 17.6, which gets us to 193.6. I did have a couple weeks off of work last year to have some hand surgeries due to some detailing injuries that I sustained. I covered that in another video, so I'm not going to get really into that in this one. But had I have actually worked those couple of weeks that I had to recover on, if I just factored that in at say an average rate of 3,500 per week, then that would be an additional $7,000, which gets us right to that 200K number. So that's where I came up with the 200K goal for 2025. So let's talk about where I'm at so far for the year at the end of Q1. As of right now, I'm sitting right at 50K for Q1. I did 17K in January, matched that in February with another 17K. And then March, it pulled back a little bit. We had a little bit of rain and so it slowed down a little, not too much. I was still able to pull out 16K in March, which got me right to that 50K number. And if I continue for the next 3 quarters at that rate, then I should hit that goal of 200K by the end of the year. So we'll see how the rest of the year plays out. It's still too soon to tell whether it'll continue at this rate or maybe things will slow down or maybe they'll pick up. So we'll see how that goes. And some of the other detailers out there on YouTube, when they're giving you revenue numbers like this, they may be including things like their YouTube income or affiliate income, products that they sell or courses that they sell. I want to be completely 100% transparent with you guys. As always, I always keep it real here. I'm not including any other streams of revenue. While I do have multiple streams of revenue, I don't include those in this number that I'm sharing with you. It's strictly from the mobile detailing side of the business. So there's no other sources of revenue being factored in to this number that I'm giving you. For 2025, I did add on a new team member. So I hired a new team member. You guys have maybe seen my guy Corum in some of the videos. He's going to be my new director of operations. He's going to be assisting me not only with the detailing side of the business, but also with filming content, editing, and then he's also my partner in the Legends community, where we're going to be building that out. Should be ready hopefully in the next week or two. We've been working on it for a while, so excited to finally have that becoming available here soon, and we'll keep you updated with a video on that once that's ready to actually be released. I feel very, very fortunate to have crossed paths with Corum. He's a super smart guy. He's got a great work ethic, and he's going to be an asset to the Topstar team and helping me build the brand and grow the business. So really glad to have him joining the team. Right now, he's just been coming out here for like a week or two per month. He's currently living in Texas, but he will be making the move out here full-time in June, as of June 1st. So looking forward to that. And, hopefully with him on board, we can take it up another level as well. So let's break down some of the major contributing factors that led to that 50K number for Q1. I would say the first thing is going to be word of mouth referrals, right? As the business continues to grow, as the brand gets more exposure and people, recognize the brand more in the Vegas market, I continue to get more and more word of mouth referrals from previous customers. So, these are going to be their friends, their family, coworkers, things like that, where they'll reach out to me and say, hey, I got your info from so-and-so, previous client. And it's a really easy process when you get them on the phone. In my opinion, these are some of the best qualified potential leads that you can have coming into your business. And the reason that I say that is you already have that trust factor, that credibility with them, because they got your information from a trusted source, from their family, their friends, their coworkers. So you don't really have to spend too much time as far as there's no pushback on the pricing or anything like that. It really comes down to just maybe answering a few questions for them and then getting them set up with an appointment. And I also find that they'll usually end up enrolling into the maintenance program as well. That being said, that would actually probably be the second thing for me that kind of contributed to that level of success would be I have a really strong maintenance program. I continue to enroll new clients into the maintenance program on a monthly basis. It's hard to even keep track of how many actual clients I have on the monthly maintenance program now. But if I had to guess, I'd probably say somewhere around that 60 to 70 range, probably. And that just continues to grow as time goes on. So I don't think that I would be able to hit the numbers that I'm putting up without a strong maintenance program. It's not realistic to think you're gonna have brand new customers coming into your business on a day-to-day basis. You're not gonna be booked with new customers from start to finish every day. I mean, it doesn't matter, how busy you are. I'm pretty busy, but I don't have new customers from start to finish every day. It's not realistic. So those maintenance clients are critical for filling in the gaps in the schedule, right? They're the ones that are gonna kind of carry you through the slower times, or when you have holes in the schedule, they're gonna fill those in to where you can stay consistently booked. And they're gonna provide your business with that MRR, right? That monthly reoccurring revenue. Super important to have that consistency that you can rely on month after month, to where, even if you have a slow month, you can rely on the maintenance clients that are gonna continue to still pay your bills, put gas in your rig, put groceries in the fridge, or whatever. So if you don't have a strong maintenance program, I would highly suggest working on that and putting something together to where you do have a good amount of maintenance clients in your business. Aside from that, the number 3 thing I would say would be my presence on Google. Right now, I'm sitting at just under 300 5-star reviews for my business, and I continue to work those and get new reviews on a weekly, monthly basis. Super important to get those reviews. That's what's going to give you that social proof that you need. When customers are researching mobile detailing and they're looking for a service, they're gonna go to Google, right? And 95% of people use Google, right? There might be a handful that use Yelp or whatever service, but the majority of the population uses Google. It's the #1 search engine in the world. I know personally that's what I use when I'm searching for something. I'll usually go there. I'll skip over the sponsored ones that are paying to be at the top. They really don't have much relevance when I'm considering something. So I'll usually go to the actual top 3 organic ranked. I'll go through, I'll read their reviews, and I'll usually select from one of them. And I know I ask all of my customers, hey, how did you find me? How did you hear about me? And the majority of them are gonna say, I found you on Google and I read your reviews, and that's what made me end up booking with you. So, it blows my mind that there's businesses out there that have been in business for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and you look and see the reviews and they only have 20 to 30 reviews or something ridiculous like that. Guys, this is a free service, right? It costs you nothing to use this service, and it's probably one of the most powerful tools that you could use for generating new leads and driving traffic to your website. I can't even stress how important it is to have a solid Google business page, have high quality photos on there, fill in all the sections, put your services on there, and then most importantly is get the reviews, because there's nothing stronger than having hundreds of other satisfied customers that have already used your service, that are raving about your service and your customer service in the reviews. So when potential customers go there, they're going to look through that, and that gives you all the credibility that you need. You don't have to sell them on your service, because that essentially is doing that for you, right? So if you don't have that set up, it's really important to put the time in and get your Google page dialed in, as well as your website, and then SEO too. So that's going to be the next one that we'll go into. I would say website and SEO, in my opinion, is probably one of the biggest factors for me that helps with that. Like I said, when I started my business, I tried to build my website myself, and I'm not very proficient with that stuff. I tried for a couple weeks. I can say that honestly I failed miserably at it. It wasn't looking the way that I wanted to. It wasn't working the way that I wanted it to, and it definitely wasn't optimized for SEO. Right? So I ended up making the investment into hiring a professional to build my website and then to optimize it for SEO. And it's probably one of the best investments that I made, because I get probably 25 to 30% of my bookings come directly through the website. I never even have contact with these customers aside from sending them a confirmation, and then I meet them when I actually go to the detail. So having a website, a professional website that's fully optimized for SEO is super important. I can't stress that one enough. If that's something that you're not proficient in, that you're not really skilled, you're not really well versed in SEO, then I would highly recommend getting a professional to do that. That being said, we are going to be offering website building as well as SEO optimization through the Legends community once that opens up. I teamed up with an expert. It's actually the guy that handles my SEO and my website. And you can search me from pretty much wherever you're at out there. If you want to check it out, do it now. Just Google, best mobile detailer in Las Vegas or top mobile detailer in Las Vegas. I'm most likely going to show up as number one from the majority of the places that you'll be searching from anyway. So I can say that, it's giving me great results, and having that is a super important tool in my business, to drive leads to my site. And it keeps my phone ringing, it keeps the bookings coming in through the website. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you guys need a professional site, we will be offering that at a fraction of the cost of what most companies will be charging. It's super high quality sites that's designed specifically for detailing, mobile detailing service, fully optimized for SEO. And I can tell you that the SEO works amazing because I'm ranked number one in the Vegas market, it's a huge market out here. So if you're interested in that, DM me on Instagram, or you feel free to text me 702-236-1357, and maybe we can set up a call and see if that's going to be a good fit for you. Aside from that, I would say the next thing's going to be mindset, right? Just having the right business mindset and your daily habits and routines. It's super important to have a positive mindset, to be 100% focused on your business. You got to be locked in on your business, right? I'm constantly looking for ways to learn, to grow, to become more efficient, and to innovate in my business. So you can't just have one foot in and one foot out. You've got to be all in on your business if you want to get to a certain level of success. You've got to have that clear vision. You've got to have a game plan. And then most importantly, you have to execute on the game plan. It doesn't do you any good if you have a whiteboard and you stare at that whiteboard every day with your plan or in your notebook or however you do it, but you don't follow through and you don't execute on the plan. So that's the most important step, is take action on the plan, follow through, and execute on your plan. Don't strive for perfection, right? Just focus on the path of progress, just taking those small steps forward towards your goal. Focusing on the end goal is not as important as what you do in your daily routines, your daily habits. It's those systems that you put in place. That's what's going to get you to the end goal, right? And there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be challenges. I've faced my share of challenges along the way, and obstacles along the way. But the key is to learn to see those challenges, those obstacles, as potential opportunities for growth, right? If you can learn from them and grow from them, then you could turn that from a negative into a positive. And it's by learning to overcome those things where you're going to improve your skill sets. You're going to become a stronger, better version of yourself by learning to overcome those challenges and those obstacles. And it's not even really about reaching the end goal. It's more about the person that you become along the way, right? And I think success isn't something that's achieved overnight. It's built gradually over time. It's those simple actions repeated daily that are going to lead to the major wins, right? Success isn't something that you pursue. Success is something that you attract, right? So think of it like that. You got to change up your mindset on that stuff. And let's talk about why do people fail, right? In business, in the detailing business, or just in any business in general. I think, in my opinion, I think a lot of people, what it comes down to is a lot of people, they want that success, but they want it instantly, right? They want it overnight. They want the view from the top of the mountain without the climb, right? But life doesn't work that way. It's a process and it takes time. It's not something that happens like that. The truth is, all great achievements are built on those small, consistent improvements over time. And if you can stay, if you could stay committed to the progress, no matter how small that progress is, at one point, one day, you're going to look back on it and just realize how far you've come. Like for me, it blows my mind to think of like where I started from, not even 2 years ago, as to where I'm at now in my business. And it really just comes down to staying consistent, that consistency, being disciplined, doing the same thing day in, day out, and doing that for, it's been almost 2 years now. And I think perfection is a myth that keeps people stuck, right? It's like waiting for that perfect time to act, right? But the reality is, if you're someone that waits for the perfect conditions, you might not ever even get started, right? So it's not about waiting for the perfect time, the perfect conditions. Growth is different, right? Growth is it's moving forward even when things aren't perfect, right? So you just have to keep moving forward, and when it's not perfect, it doesn't matter. You just keep going. No one starts as an expert, right? No one starts as a master. We all start as beginners, right? When I started, I was a beginner. I didn't really know shit about detailing, and here I am 2 years later, and I wouldn't call myself a master at this level, or maybe not even an expert. Definitely advanced from where I'm at, and I continue to learn and grow, every day. But I don't chase perfection, right? I just focus on progress day in, day out. Because if you chase perfection, you're most likely going to get frustrated, right? But if you chase progress and you focus on that, then you'll continue to grow and you'll move forward. If I could relate it to like fitness, right? Because that's another passion of mine, as I enjoy working out as well as I do detailing. If you think about it like this, right? If you were to go to the gym for a week and you just work out every day, super intense for a week, but then after a week you quit, right? You're not going to see that transformation. You're not going to get the results that you would hope to get, right? But now the person that goes daily and they just do even a little bit of work, but they stay consistent over time, that's the person that's going to see the transformation. That's the person that's going to get the results. People ask me a lot, how did you get into shape? How did you get so fit? Tell us about your workout program, right? It just comes down to consistency over time. I started working out when I was a teenager. I'm 51 years old now. So, that's 35 years of discipline and consistency, just getting in the gym a few days a week. I don't go every single day. I'm not there for 2 hours a day. I'm lucky if I get in there, now maybe 2 to 3 days a week. So, but it's that consistency over time that will bring the transformation, that will get you the results that you want. And the ones that are going to win in the detailing game are the ones that are going to be able to stay in the detailing game, right? If that makes sense to you guys. I was talking to a friend the other day, and we were talking about retirement, and he was telling me like how excited he was to, be retiring soon, so he'd finally be able to do the things that he enjoys with his life, and I couldn't just like think about like how grateful I was, how lucky I feel that I'm already doing what I enjoy as a business, right? I'm getting paid to do what I love, right? Because the reality is there's a lot of people out there that are doing jobs that they don't enjoy, that they're miserable at, that they hate going to work, right? So, for me, like I have passion for detailing. I enjoy it. It's good money, so I just feel really grateful and fortunate to be able to be a part of this industry and to be doing something that I actually enjoy, and that I love, And I was there before. I was in one of those jobs where I wasn't happy doing what I was doing. I wouldn't say that I was miserable, but I definitely wasn't fulfilled. I wouldn't say I was happy, and so I get it, I understand. And the reality is, if you're stuck in something like that, you're doing something that you don't enjoy, and you're considering starting a detail business, you should think about it, and put together a plan and, execute on the plan, because we never really know, how much time we have, right? Like time's not promised. Tomorrow's not promised. I like to think of it as like an hourglass, right? And you just flip that glass upside down and the sand's pouring through the glass, right? And we get to see the sand that's on the bottom of the glass, right? That represents the time that's passed already, right? But unfortunately, none of us, we don't get to see the top of the hourglass, right? Where the rest of the sand is in the top. So we don't know how much sand is left in that glass, in our glass, right? We don't know how much time that we have. So, don't wait. That's all I'm gonna say is, if there's something that, even whether it's detailing or whatever it might be in your life, don't wait, because you just never know if you're gonna get a chance to do that in life. I think people think that time is our most valuable asset, right? But I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, right? Time is not the most valuable asset. It's attention that's the most valuable asset, right? And I'm gonna explain why. Because where you place your attention, where you place your focus, that's what shapes your reality, your knowledge, your path, right? Time's gonna go by regardless. So attention is what gives it meaning, right? So you want to direct it wisely, because your growth, your mindset is what's going to create your reality. Where you focus your attention is going to create your reality in your life. So, don't waste your life doing something that you don't like doing, and don't waste your life being average either, That's something that drives me crazy. The mantra of my business is is the enemy. And that means average is the enemy of excellence, right? It's at the top of bad, and it's at the bottom of good, right? So, if you're putting in average effort, you're going to get back average results. So, 95% of the world or higher is what I would consider to be average, or maybe even below average at some point, and it drives me crazy, I can't stand dealing with average businesses or average people. If you want to be successful, you have to put in the work, right? It's a process, and it's going to take time, and it's not going to be easy, right? It's going to be hard. But you know what else is hard? Is being broke, right? Being broke is hard. So you have to choose your heart, right? And for me, I choose to be a fucking savage and work my ass off to do whatever it takes, so I don't have to worry about, finances and all that stuff. So, I'll put in the work. I work as many hours as I need to. and to do whatever I need to do to build a brand that I can be proud of, right? A brand that when clients see that TopStar logo, that they understand that it represents a higher standard, right? A standard of excellence. Because detailing is a luxury service, right? It's a luxury service that customers spend their money on. They don't want average results. They don't want average service. They want excellence. And they're willing to pay money for what they perceive to be like a high-end brand, right? If you bring that value, then they'll gladly hand over the money for it. So if you're willing to go above and beyond, then you're gonna get the clients. There's nothing more important than building a brand. I made a whole video on this in the past, and I've talked about it in some of the live streams, but your brand is your reputation in the marketplace, right? And it's a slow process, but if you invest the time into building a strong brand, it's like playing the detailing game on easy mode. And I can tell you that from experience because I have built a strong brand now. It's a high-end luxury brand, in a really strong market. So, that's pretty much all I got for mindset. So I think that's enough about mindset. Let's talk about my future plans for the rest of the year for the business. I think my plan moving forward is going to be build out a second mobile unit here pretty soon, probably once Quorum gets out here in June. And I'll probably need to bring on another person as well, another team member as well. But I'm at a point now where I'm just working so many hours. I'm working 70 to 80 hours a week, and I've been doing that nonstop for 2 years, right? So it definitely takes a toll on me, both mentally and physically as well. So I need to dial that back a little bit where, I could work a little bit more of a normal schedule. When I say normal, for me, it would probably be like 50 hours. And when I say that, that's me, actually still out there detailing and everything, because I don't want to stop detailing altogether. I enjoy detailing. It's very therapeutic for me. But I want to be a little more selective in the details that I'm doing. I want to focus on my VIP clients, the ones with the high-end luxury vehicles, the ones that I actually have passion for, and I enjoy detailing those vehicles, right? Where I can maybe delegate out some of those like minivans that are more grimy and full of pet hair and stuff like that. I've definitely done my share of those as well. But I just don't enjoy that part of the detailing so much anymore. So, I need to dial it back a little bit where it's going to allow me to focus more working on the business than in the business, right? Free up some of my time, buy back some of my time. And then that'll also allow me to hopefully get in some more filming, be able to provide some more content for you guys on a more consistent basis as well. And that's something that me and Quorum are just picking up as far as the filming and editing goes. We're both new to it. We're just kind of learning as we go, really just winging it. We literally just went out to Best Buy, bought a camera, some mics, and just, started playing around with it and started filming. So, but like the detailing business where we just strive to get that 1% better each and every day, that applies to filming and editing as well. So, be patient with us on that, and hopefully that will continue to get better and more consistent for you as well. And I really appreciate you guys that are subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate, the comments, the feedback that you give us on the videos. Love connecting with you guys on there and chatting with you guys. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. It helps us keep providing, new free content for you guys on a consistent basis. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and greatly appreciate that. And that's really all I got for you guys in this video. I hope you guys are out there crushing it. You know, focus on that path of progress. Keep striving to get 1% better. And don't be fucking average like 95% of the rest of the people out there. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.